Hi guys, hi, how are you? It is Missy, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my little mini Ulta haul. I guess it's not really a haul. My friend Angie and I went shopping yesterday and I just picked up a few things. So the first thing I picked up is the E.l.f. Jelly Pop Dupe Primer. I've been wanting to try this for a really long time. I love E.l.f, so I'm super excited to get into this. Bust open the packaging. So this is a multitasking primer, has a unique gel texture that works like glue to grip makeup and stays put, packed with skin-loving ingredients. Apply evenly and then wait 30 seconds before applying makeup. So we are going to do that. It comes in a plastic tube with a pump. Okay, I don't know how much of this to use, so we're just gonna guess. Okay, it smells like watermelon, maybe? Okay, it's very tacky. I can see why. What texture is this? This is a very interesting texture. I don't think I've tried anything like this. It's almost like when I put hair gel on my boys. It's not quite that sticky, but it kind of feels like that. So it does say to wait 30 seconds. So let me go ahead and show you what else I got. I got the E.l.f. Jelly Pop Flush Blush in the shade Berry Pop. And I've never tried a jelly anything before, but I love blush, so I thought, why not make it a blush? So while we're waiting for my primer to set in, I'm just going to maybe get this out and take a look at what it looks like. All right, so I finally got it out of the packaging, and the color looks really pretty. I'm excited to try this. And I just got a few more things. The other thing was the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint in Deep. I love this. This is one of my go-tos. I was out of it, so I picked this up. I got the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. Have not tried this. Haven't seen anybody else try this, so we'll see how this goes today. See if it compares to my E.l.f. 16-Hour Camo. And then finally for lips, I got the E.l.f. Jelly Pop Juicy Gloss Cherry Pop. This is what I'm so excited for because it reminds me of a lip gloss I would have worn back when I was like in 6th grade at the roller rink and thinking I was cool and got my lip smackers on. Okay, so I think it's been 30 seconds. It does feel a lot better on the skin now that it's dried down. It doesn't feel so goopy, but it still has a little bit of tackiness, so we'll see. So for foundation, I'm going to go into my E.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I am in the shade Shell. I should know this by now. And since this is an E.l.f. primer and an E.l.f. foundation, they should blend well together. So I'm just going to blend this out. All right, so I am good and blended. And next I'm going to go in with the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. It's supposed to be waterproof. I don't know who comes up with this stuff. Doesn't really say much more. I picked up the shade Light Warm. We'll see if this works for me. I did a charcoal bubble mask last night, and I put it on my skin and it like bubbles up and started burning, so I took it off. And now I have little breakouts coming through, and I don't think the mask like made me break out. I think it just drew some of the impurities out. So right off the bat, this concealer is thick and it's probably a shade too dark. Yes, it is way too dark. I'm gonna have to use this just to cover blemishes up when I want to do that. So let me just see if I can make this work. Maybe it'll blend out nicely. I don't know. I don't think they had samples of this so I could shade match, but well, it doesn't look too bad blended out, I don't think. I do like my concealers a little bit more brightening than this, but that's okay. I like this primer. I feel like it, I feel like my makeup is not going to move. I don't know that it's like pore filling or anything like that, but it doesn't claim to be. I think it's just one that's going to really help your foundation just stick to your face. So without further ado, let's get into this jelly blush that I am so excited for. Okay, I've never tried anything jelly. Oh my gosh, it's like literal, like oozy, like slime my kids play with. Okay, so are there directions? Apply using the stipple brush and blend to the apples of the cheeks. I don't have a brush, so we're just gonna go for it. here. This is kind of scary. Maybe I do need to grab a stippling brush. I didn't grab the one there. I didn't know that I needed to. Maybe I should have read the directions before I bought it. I still would have bought it. I just would have gotten a stippling one too. Okay, I see. See that it really does give a nice natural flush of color that just, there's a little bit of sheen to it. Oh, I really like this. It was actually really easy to blend out the texture at first. It's kind of freaky because it's like literally the slime you make with the contact solution and the glue. But it goes on nice, and it just has the faintest fragrance. I think there are little specks of glitter. Maybe not. Maybe it's just shimmer. But nothing too, it's not like chunky glitter on your face. So moving on to bronzer, I am using my e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in the shade Forever Sunkissed. And I use the e.l.f. angled brush to apply this. I'm actually going to skip powder today. I feel like the jelly primer really did a good job of making my foundation just feel like it's going to stick and stay on. So that's why I did the blush first, because I wanted to get the cream product on first. Back to school is in full swing, and there have been about 4 mornings that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a video filmed in the morning. I'm gonna wake up really early. Hasn't happened. I'm like taking my makeup with me and doing it in the car at the bus stop instead of me filming a video. So complete opposite. The parents at the bus stop are probably like, can't you get it together? Like I am at the bus stop just throwing my face on. Oh, mom life, right? Mom life. What? Trade them for the world. I really like this blush, and it dried down super nice. So for highlight, I'm going to use the Honest Beauty highlighter. No surprise here. I have been loving this every day. It gives a nice subtle highlight and doesn't emphasize my texture at all. Like some highlighters you put on and it's like, whoa, my pores are large and in charge. But this does not do that at all. I'm going to sweep a little bit on the brow bone, whatever's left on my brush. All right. And for setting spray, I'm going to go into the Colourpop AllStar Face Setting Spray. I wanted to pick one that wasn't necessarily a dewy finish just because I didn't powder, so I don't need anything to melt in my powder, if that makes sense. I forgot, this one smells so weird. It doesn't linger, but it's not a pleasant smell at all. Speaking of unpleasant smells, I picked up a facial cleanser that is supposed to be like a cleansing lotion, so to speak, and I put it on my face and it smells like dill pickles and blue cheese. It was the most unpleasant thing I've ever put on my face. So I looked at the reviews online to see if anybody else smelled this, and so many people were like, it smells so good, it smells so good, and I'm like, it stinks. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it really smells like blue cheese and pickles. I really like my complexion right now. I feel like it does not look heavy. I think the primer is kind of making things look a little glowy, which I do like, and more natural and skin-like. And yeah, so far so good. I like the blush. It's not emphasizing any of the texture on my cheeks where I have the most texture. So we're doing good. I'm just going to do something super basic on the eyes since I'm not really focusing on the eyes. So I'm going to go into the e.l.f. New Classics. And for this look, I'm going to go into the shade Truffle, of course, for my transition. Oh, I just feel like the weeks are flying by. Everything's flying by. Can time just slow down? Just a little bit. And the only other thing I'm going to apply on my eyes is this green shade Gilded right here. Take my finger. I did this exact same eyeshadow when I did my video on my favorite YouTubers. And this has really been a go-to for me. It's so easy and simple. And of course, I'm going to go into the shade. Today, I think I'm going to take the shade Glamour right here for my inner corner and just pop that in. Perfect. And let's sweep a little bit of those same shades on the lower lash lines. I'm waiting for the homework craziness to commence. We haven't had too much homework yet, but I'm waiting for it to be like full on, full swing. Like everybody's getting homework. It's gonna be nuts. I'm just fingers crossed that it's not as crazy as last year. Last year, my 5th grader, who's in 6th grade now, who happens to love middle school, which makes me so happy because he had some issues in 5th grade as far as like kids making fun of him, which is so, oh, it makes me so angry as a mom and so hurt as a mom. But so far in middle school, he's loved it. He loves the freedom. But he had a lot of homework in 5th grade. And in 6th grade, a few people and a few teachers have said, actually, they're going to get less homework in 6th grade than they did 5th. So fingers crossed that that is the case. And he's a good student. He's a straight A student, but just it's so much homework. And time management is not his strong point. Alrighty, so I am going to run some of this brow tint in my brows really quick. This is so easy to use, and I love how little the applicator is on this. Some brow products, you get them and it's a full-on mascara wand for the applicator. It's like, who can do that with their eyes? I don't know. But I just like that this deepens them up and messes them up all at the same time. So there we go. And for mascara, I'm going to go into my Covergirl Exhibitionist mascara and just apply a few coats of this. And the bottom lashes. So lashes are good, brows are good, eyeshadow is good. So far, everything is good. I like the way it's looking, and it is time to go into the E.l.f. Jelly Pop Gloss. I cannot wait for this. It's really taking me back. Okay, I got cherry. They also had watermelon, and I don't remember what the other one was. So I don't know if this is just a clear gloss or it's supposed to have a tint. It is a clear gloss. Yep, it's clear. I was hoping for a clear gloss because I need something for over top of lip liner or a matte lip because I prefer a more dewy, glossy lip. It makes my lips plumper in my opinion. Okay, so I do love the way everything's looking. I can't wait to give this primer a try some more, like to wear it a long time. I can only wear it for maybe another hour tonight, so it's not worth doing a wear test on. I will update you guys on how I like this and if it is worth it. I feel like it's going to be. I feel like it's really gripping onto that makeup, so I like this. A little strained of a texture at first, but once it dries down, it's perfectly fine. The blush, I really enjoyed as well. No complaints. I mean, the texture, again, is a little strange and off-putting at first, but I love the way it looks, and it blended out nice. Doesn't emphasize my texture. So yeah, I really like that. The concealer is okay. Does it top my e.l.f. Camo Concealer? Absolutely not. It does not by a long shot. Would it do in a pinch? Absolutely. And the brow tint I use all the time. I love it. My friend got a clear one, so I'm curious to see how she liked that. The Jelly Pop gloss is perfect. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. It's not sticky, it's clear. So I really liked everything I tried today, minus the concealer. Please show me some love by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.